Some words of advice if you were overpaid unemployment benefits during the pandemic, why you need to make sure the state knows where you are living.
Plus, a judge says Donald Trump likely committed a crime when he tried to stop the certification of the 2020 election. What happens next?
And the Academy Awards launches a formal review of the unexpected slap during last night's broadcast. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. At the beginning of this year, more than 55,000 Wisconsinites owed the state at least $50 that they had been paid out in unemployment benefits. Just a tenth of them had a payment plan in place. It's a problem we've talked about a lot in the last year. Small mistakes in filing for unemployment benefits during the pandemic, leading to massive overpayment debt.
But it doesn't need to end up that way. Our Naomi Coles is back with some important advice to keep in mind. Naomi?
A Madison area employment attorney handling a lot of these types of cases says the state is continuing to file these types of notices. And the most important thing you can do if you filed for benefits during the pandemic, any kind of benefit, is to keep your address updated in your account with the Department of Workforce Development. If you moved and your address is not updated, you might miss an overpayment notice. And if you miss it, chances are very high you'll lose your chance to appeal it.
You don't have an updated mailing address with DWD, and you find out next year when your taxes are intercepted that DWD says you owe money, there's almost nothing you can do about that because you missed the appeal deadline.
The state has the right to garnish your wages and your tax returns if they decide it's your fault they paid too much in unemployment benefits. Attorney Victor Forberger says you can always withdraw an appeal later, but if you disagree with any part of this kind of finding, appealing right away is extremely important. While the headache of unemployment backlogs and filing errors is a thing of the past for many, for some it is still a work in progress. For more of that reporting, head online to channel3000.com. News 3 investigates.
Naomi, thank you. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Sunny but cold out there, Dana.
Exactly. A really nice sunny afternoon if you were sitting by a window, but outside, it's a little chilly outside for us right now still. Now, our Doppler track quiet. This evening, we'll continue to enjoy the sun and the clear sky for a little longer. Not expecting anything to build in for us overnight other than some cloud coverage, mainly after midnight. Temperature-wise, in the mid-30s. This time of year, we should be a little closer to 50 for afternoon highs. So it was cool for the weekend, still cool for our Monday, but at least we had the sun coming through today. 37 right now in Janesville and in Mineral Point, about 38 in Lone Rock. A light breeze for us right now, so we don't have to factor in quite as much of a wind chill as what we had for this weekend. That breeze, though, expected to pick up a little bit over the next few days in front of our next opportunity for some rain building in late tomorrow. We'll look at the timing for these showers in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. A federal judge today saying that former President Donald Trump and right-wing attorney John Eastman may have been planning a crime as they sought to disrupt the January 6th congressional certification of the presidential election. A federal judge in California ordered Eastman to turn over 101 emails from around January 6, 2021 that he has tried to keep secret from the House Select Committee investigating the Capitol attack. It's important to note neither the judge nor the committee has the ability to prosecute. That decision falls to the Justice Department. And new this evening, we're also learning that Jared Kushner will talk to the January 6th committee. According to a source, Kushner expected to appear virtually for an interview this week. Former President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor will speak voluntarily. Kushner's wife and Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, was in discussions last month to talk to the committee.
In Florida today, the so-called Don't Say Gay bill is now law. Governor Ron DeSantis signed the Parental Rights in Education bill, banning instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity in some classrooms. The bill sparked debate across the nation after it was introduced in January. Since then, students have protested with school walkouts and demonstrations. The law is set to take effect in July. Depending on where you live, you may have very few things to vote for in the upcoming election. The spring election on April 5th will present one thing, though, on everyone's ballot in Dane County.
Your vote will help shape the makeup of the Dane County Board. Nearly 1/3 of the board seats are guaranteed to have someone new in them. Will Keneally got some perspective on what that could mean looking forward. Will?
That's right. It happens with every 10-year redistricting cycle. Many incumbents don't seek re-election. This year, 11 of the 37 seats in Dane County fit that mold. According to board chair Annalise Eicher, this means that there will likely be a lot for some new people to learn when they win seats on the board, budgets and Robert's rules, to name a few. But Eicher says so much turnover isn't a bad thing.
But also have an opportunity to bring in some new perspectives with new board members who I've had the opportunity to talk to a number of them, and I'm incredibly excited for the possibilities and the opportunities that we have in this next term.
On top of the 11 incumbents not seeking re-election, the board could have even more new faces with some additional contested races. Eicher says she expects the board moving forward to be a positive presence for the county, not just a body that makes statements. We'll have more of her thoughts as well as Dane County Executive Joe Parisi next at 6.
We will see you at 6. Well, thank you. The embattled leader of the Wisconsin Veterans Policy Board resigned today, bowing to mounting pressure to step down as he battles child pornography charges. Prosecutors in Milwaukee charged Curtis Schmidt Jr. with 3 felony counts of possession of child pornography in January. He has pleaded not guilty, and his case remains pending.
New at 5:14s broke into the Indiana State House yesterday afternoon and vandalized the House chamber. State police say 3 girls and a boy ages 13 and 14 somehow got inside the State House and drew graffiti on the electronics and columns. Troopers say they received a call of the group damaging the property, chased after them to the canal where they detained them. The teens were released to their families, but they could be charged later.
President Biden says he is not walking anything back after his weekend comment that Russian President Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power, although the president insists he's not calling for regime change in Moscow. Meanwhile, Ukrainians took to the streets in the southern city of Kherson to protest the Russian invasion and occupation as explosions could be heard in the distance. The Kremlin says ceasefire negotiations will resume tomorrow, and Ukrainian President Zelensky says he's ready for a compromise in the eastern Donbas region, which has been partially controlled by Russia-backed separatists since 2014. Dane County residents looking for a COVID-19 test will still be able to get one at the Alliant Energy Center. Accelerated Clinical Labs, Public Health Madison, Dane County's testing partner, will continue operations within the county. The group will set up a new clinic in the east lobby of the arena. The new clinic will open April 3rd and remain open until June. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. It will stay open every day of the week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
After COVID restrictions around the world nearly wiped out the flu last season, the influenza virus is back, and for some, it's a double whammy.
I think if you're unlucky enough to get COVID and flu at the same time, what our evidence tells us is that you're at markedly increased risk of severe illness.
Researchers in Scotland, England, and the Netherlands studied more than 300,000 adults hospitalized with COVID within the last 2 years. Nearly 7,000 of them had COVID along with another viral infection. Doctors say because both viruses like to attack the same part of the body, the throat, behind the nose, and down into the lungs, testing for the combination is crucial. Several passengers and crew members who were aboard a cruise ship that docked in San Francisco over the weekend tested positive for COVID while at sea. The Ruby Princess just ended a 15-day trip to the Panama Canal. The ship is now embarking on a 15-day trip to Hawaii. Princess Cruises says all of the cases were mild or asymptomatic. People who tested positive were quarantined on board and watched closely by doctors. The cruise line says everyone on the ship was vaccinated.
News out of Green Bay today. The Packers have lost an off-the-field battle against the Lions. Announced today, Detroit was selected to host the 2024 NFL Draft. They beat Green Bay and Washington, D.C. Green Bay has never hosted the draft. However, the event was held at the Schrader Hotel in Milwaukee in 1940.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's time.
In a statement, Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy expressed his disappointment at not being selected, but says he remains optimistic that Green Bay will host the event in the future.
It should. Well, Sunday's Academy Awards featured historic wins and a slap that went viral, and all of that added up to big ratings for the show. According to the early Nielsen numbers, the show drew an average of 15.3 million viewers. That's a 56% increase from last year's show, which brought in just under $10 million, an all-time low for the awards. And much of that attention likely stemming from this. Actor Will Smith going on stage and slapping host Chris Rock after telling a joke about his wife. Today, the Academy Award says it condemns Smith's action. It'll launch a formal review. In a statement today, or statement yesterday, the Academy, it's today's Monday. The Academy said it will also explore further action and consequences in accordance with our bylaws, standards of conduct, and California law. It was quite a moment. Well, still to come at 5, why your web browser may be vulnerable to hackers.
And the president unveils his brand new multi-trillion-dollar budget. But can it pass Congress? What lawmakers are saying. Another positive day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials gained 94 points, closing at 34,955. The NASDAQ added 185. The S&P 500 was up 32. We'll be right back.
Your John Deere is here. Get yours during deer season. Right now, get your new full-size or mid-size Gator with 0% for 48 months. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Get your Gator running. Test drive one today at Sloan's.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
With broken supply chains and lives disrupted, businesses like Amazon have invested to deliver on time for you and help hundreds of thousands of small businesses gain access to millions of online shoppers. But Washington politicians have a law that could break Prime's guaranteed 2-day free delivery and threaten our fragile economic recovery. Tell your senators, don't break our Prime. Oppose S 2992. Paid for by CCIA.
Your John Deere is here. Get yours during deer season. Right now, save $300 plus 0% for 84 months on a 1 Series. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Run with a 1 Family Series. Test drive one at Sloan's.
Tonight at 6, expected turnover on the Dane County Board, what it could mean this spring, and everything you need to know ahead of the election. Plus, the steps you should take before filing your taxes if you applied for unemployment this year. That's tonight at 6.
Need emergency weather alerts before conditions turn bad? Download the First Warn Weather app right now. Turn on the notifications and I will alert you when severe weather threatens. The First Warn Weather app. Get it now, powered by News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. No matter what web browser you use, it's likely you'll need an update as soon as possible. Google first announced a dangerous vulnerability in its Chrome browser last week. It's already known to hackers, and Google hasn't issued a fix yet. The company has announced an emergency update for its billions of Chrome users, but it could take several days to roll it out. Today, President Biden released his latest budget, which focuses focuses on more military spending and funding police departments, while taxing the wealthiest Americans to help tackle the massive budget deficit.
But will it pass Congress? Deborah Alfarone has the latest from Capitol Hill.
President Biden unveiled his nearly $6 trillion budget proposal for fiscal year 2023.
We're reducing the Trump deficits and returning our fiscal house to order.
It proposes a corporate tax rate increase to 28% and a billionaire minimum income tax, which would require households making more than $100 million to pay 20% on their total annual income.
A firefighter and a teacher pay more than double the tax rate that a billionaire pays. That's not right.
The president's budget also takes aim at reducing crime with more than $30 billion for community policing and law enforcement. But it comes as Americans are facing the fastest inflation hike in 40 years.
If the spending side goes through, but the revenue side does not, that would increase the debt and also run the risk of overstimulating the economy, contributing to rising inflation.
Democratic leaders here on Capitol Hill have praised the president's budget as bold and strong, but it faces an uphill battle in an evenly divided Senate.
The White House is desperately spinning to call this budget centrist, but there's nothing remotely moderate about what's in it.
The president's proposed increase in Pentagon spending as Russia wages war in Ukraine has drawn criticism from some allies. Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders said in a statement, at a time when we are already spending more on the military than the next 11 countries combined, no, we do not need a massive increase in the defense budget. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Chairman Bernie Sanders says the Senate Budget Committee will hold its first hearings on the president's budget Wednesday morning.
Check this out. Thousands of people gathered in central Tokyo today to enjoy the view of the cherry blossoms as COVID-19 restrictions imposed on the city were lifted last week. The flowers known locally as sakura reached full bloom in Tokyo yesterday, 4 days earlier than usual, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. They are so beautiful.
I kind of smell great.
Yeah.
Dane, no flowers around here.
No.
Not for a while.
Not for a while.
Not for months.
Part of my flower bed in the front, we have a few little things popping up, and I do not have enough of a green thumb to know what's coming out of the dirt right now, but something's trying to poke up. Daffodils, maybe? Daffodil. Okay, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Doppler track right now, pretty quiet for us. In fact, we've had a sunny sky for today. That is going to change a little bit overnight and for the next few days as we have our next system building into the area. High pressure kept us pretty sunny for our afternoon. That's pulling off to the east, and now this stationary front off to the west, keeping things currently pretty calm throughout the plains. Not a lot of activity. It's going to build up a little more strength and start to move across the plains in the Midwest tomorrow, bringing us some rain showers, some light snow, some freezing drizzle, and of course a few thunderstorms, because why not end March with a little bit of everything for us. Skies will become mostly cloudy overnight. Temperatures generally holding pretty steady for us. We aren't expecting things to drop too much to start off the day tomorrow. We close to 30 early on around daybreak. Our shower chances really build in the late evening. We'll have some scattered showers for us right around 4 or 5 o'clock. That continues overnight. Tuesday night, we'll have scattered showers, possibly an isolated thunderstorm. This does look like all rain as temperatures will be above freezing. Wednesday, we have scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. The back half of this, though, Wednesday night into Thursday, starts to cool down and transitions over to light snow. So Thursday morning, we'll have some light snow on the ground, and that could lead to some minor accumulations, really leaning more towards the rain side of things for us right now. In general, about a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch for accumulation throughout southern Wisconsin. That's throughout the day on Tuesday and throughout the day on Wednesday. Notice this is stopped at 4 p.m. Wednesday night, because that's really when we'll start to see that light transition over to some minor snowfall. Right now, just trace amounts expected for us Thursday morning. It really shouldn't be too much of an event for us, but we could have another little light dusting early in the day. Tomorrow, close to 40 for afternoon highs. It will be breezy outside, still cold, still below average, with that chance for rain showers building in late in the day. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour, so that is factoring in a little bit of a wind chill. It'll feel like we're more in the low 30s for us in the afternoon. Tuesday close to 40, Wednesday in the mid 50s. That comes along with scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. Thursday, our temperatures pull back just a little bit more in the mid 30s with the small chance for some light flurries early in the day. Otherwise, we're focusing more on the cooler temperatures, certainly for Thursday. Friday in the mid-40s, Saturday and Sunday in the mid-40s, bringing in some more moisture chances. Could see a little mix early in the day on Saturday and then some scattered rain showers through the afternoon. Some light flurries possible early Sunday morning and then a little afternoon clearing expected after that. Next week, temperatures trend a little closer to average in the low 50s for afternoon highs. Overnight lows start to climb up just a little bit more also. But again, that comes along with a few more showers and the chance for some mix towards the back half of the work week. But at that point, we're starting to talk about April showers, and it makes sense that that's going to be the pattern for the 10-day. As far as traffic right now, eastbound on the Beltline, we're seeing significant delays close to Fish Hatchery Road. Speeds down to the single digits, upper teens for us, so a little slow and go, but traffic is still moving. Westbound, no delays for us right now. In fact, downtown Madison actually looks pretty smooth for this time of the evening commute, and downtown Janesville, all is nice and green for us. From the Beltline to Janesville, close to 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, pretty close to average, about 17 minutes for us right now. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Still ahead at 5. Trucks and SUVs are the most popular vehicles on U.S. roads, but experts say that could be leading to more pedestrian accidents. That story's next.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With inflation, everything costs more. It also means choosing between paying debt and paying your everyday expenses. At Geraci Law, we help fight inflation by eliminating or consolidating consumer debt. Get one lower payment you can afford as low as $275 a month. Keep your stuff, pay your expenses, control your debt. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. 0 to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
Tony Evers, all of them. They talk, schools close down. Police are attacked, belittled. Critical race theory flourishes. They talk. One person does something. Kevin Nicholson has organized thousands of Wisconsinites to support our police, get kids back in school, and stop crazy teaching. You want talk? Talk. Or something done? The doer is no nonsense Kevin Nicholson as governor.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, that moment when we see a patient smile is everything to us. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we're here to help you. Go ahead and smile.
Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one window, get one free ends Thursday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Dramatic video today of a massive pileup in Pennsylvania. A collision involving more than 50 vehicles closed a portion of Interstate 81. At least 3 people were killed and more than a dozen others were taken to the hospital. The crash in northeast part of the state, and officials believe a snow squall clouded visibility and likely contributed to the accident. Pedestrian deaths have been on the rise in recent years.
Researchers looking for a reason why discovered certain vehicles are more likely to be involved in these types of accidents. Laura Podesta reports.
A memorial on this Los Angeles street corner marks the place where a child and his babysitter died tragically earlier this month. Police say Alihia Morales was walking 2-year-old Julian across the street when an SUV hit them while making a left turn. He had so much life to live. We had so many plans for him, Julian's father said. The accident happened as a new report shows that SUVs and pickup trucks are more likely than cars to hit pedestrians while making turns.
When a pedestrian was killed at an intersection, an SUV was twice as likely to be turning left, a van was 3 times as likely to be turning left, and pickups were nearly 4 times as likely to be turning left.
Jessica Cicchino with the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says it's not clear why, but she believes visibility may play a role.
One of the contenders is the A-pillar, that area right in the front of your vehicle between the windshield and your front windows that can be a blind spot in the front of your vehicle.
Last year, almost 80% of new vehicles sold were trucks or SUVs. That's up from just over 50% in 2010. At the same time, pedestrian deaths increased, up 59% between 2009 and 2020.
If you have a larger vehicle, you would want to keep in mind that there might be times when you can't see pedestrians as well, particularly when you're turning. So make sure you take that extra look.
Researchers say more studies are needed to find out exactly what's causing the issue and if design changes can fix it. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
A study from Consumer Reports last year found higher hoods on trucks and SUVs can also obstruct a driver's view of pedestrians in certain situations.
And we'll have a final check of your forecast when we come back.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. We know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box. We're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
Dairy farms disappearing, prices up, COVID's still not gone. And what's Ron Johnson done? Voted against new jobs and told us to take mouthwash to cure COVID. I'm Sarah Godlewski. I grew up in Eau Claire where we're more interested in common sense than conspiracies. That's how I've run the state treasurer's office, and common sense is what, quite frankly, we could use in Washington. Practical ideas that just help people, not mouthwash. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and that's why I approve this message.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Pick up a gallon of Pittsburgh Ultra interior flat paint for only $16.97 after sale price and 11% rebate.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder, Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Finally at 5, caught on camera. Oh boy, hello. A black bear going through a Virginia family's trash looking for some leftovers. This bear has come nearly every other day. They think it's a female, about 600 pounds, and a mom to a couple of cubs she gave birth to a couple of weeks ago, so she's hungry.
Yeah, don't get between the mother and the cubs.
No, they've spotted the cubs in the area as well, and in case you're wondering what the bear chowed down on, apparently Mexican was on the menu that night, and I'm sure that she could smell it.
Yeah, be careful of those bears. All right, Dana, enough trash talking? Let's talk weather.
We are going to get a little rainier outside over the next few days. In fact, might see some mixed precipitation on the back half of this event. Temperatures tomorrow close to 40. Scattered showers building in late in the day. We'll have scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms on Wednesday. That turns over to some mixed precipitation and snow at night, leaning to minor accumulations for Thursday morning. We're dry on Friday, back to a rainy pattern for Saturday into Sunday morning, and it picks up again next week.
All right. Thank you, Dana. Thanks for your help, Mark.
You're welcome.
Eric will be back tomorrow. The CBS Evening News is coming up next.